What's up, everyone, and welcome to Ola Testing. I need to stand here. What's up, everyone, and welcome to Ola Testing. Today I'm trying out the Randall. Hello, Randall. How you doing? I'm fine, thank you. I'm trying out the Randall RGT100 tube stack. If you've been following my channel, you know that, I'm a sucker for Dimebag gear, right? And one of the amplifiers that Dimebag used during the 90s was the RG100 He also used the Century. He used RG100 on Cowboys from Hell. And then for Vulgar and Far Beyond, they used the Century 200. And then he went back to an RG100. And if you follow my channel, you know that I have an RG100 and a Century 200. But this one right here, this RGT100, what does the T stand for? Well, it stands for tube. So what does that mean? Well, it's basically the RG100 but with a tube power amplifier section. It's a solid state amplifier, like the preamplifier is solid state, but with a tube power amp section. How about that? And I purchased this rig from Germany. I've been trying to purchase this rig for a good while, but the store that had it, they didn't know how to send a stack. And I don't blame them. It's how do you send two 4x12s? Well, you need a pallet, obviously. But thanks to Frank Fleckenstein, a friend of mine, he kind of gathered all that together, so I was able to finally purchase this rig. Because, I mean, this is a very custom-looking rig right here. Look at this Tolex, man. It's... I don't know if it's like pixelated gray. From some angles, it looks absolutely fucking brutal. And from some other angles, it looks a little cheap. Let's just say that. It's the first time I've ever seen a configuration like this with the 4x12s and the amplifier head. And I never tried the tube amplifier. They're very rare. The RG100 and the Century are very uncommon in Europe. I mean, back during the 90s, they were basically impossible to find in Europe. At least in Sweden, they were impossible. And now they kind of pop up and prices are going up and it sucks. But I was able to score this full stack. I'm obviously very excited about the Randall RGT100 tube. But what has me a little bit more excited is that these cabinets that came with the amplifier are stocked with Jaguar speakers, which was something that Dimebag was using in the early days. And I never seen Jaguar speakers in Sweden before. So that's the first one for me. I'm extremely excited about that. And I think this whole rig was made in 88 or 89. And it still has all the inspection flaps and all that going. And yeah, man, usually when you find these type of amplifiers now, they're usually for 110 volts. Someone, who brought from the US 110 volt version over to Europe. This one is wired from factory to 220 volts, so that's something. It's going to be exciting. To capture this marvelous rig, I'm using an SM57 and a Neumann TLM 102 microphone. I'm also using a stereo microphone over there. And I'm using this, the Cross, the Washburn Cross. This is not the Southern Cross, US made. This is an Korean made version of the Southern Cross called the Cross. It has the same specs as the Southern Cross, it's just that it's made in Korea, not the US. I also have a couple of pedals, a Horizon devices, Apex preamp, and an Ibanez TS9 tube screamer. This is one of my favorite overdrives right here, just to help it out a little bit. But we're gonna start without using an overdrive or anything like that, just the amplifier sound, okay? So here we go, are you ready? It's pretty chunky, man. Oh shit, that's reverb too. Press it. Really adds a lot of sizzle to the tone, which I like. It's placed fairly high up in the EQ spectrum, and I like that. Bass. Treble, I currently have treble on pulled mode, which adds a little bright. So let's push it in. This is the regular mode right here. But I like to have it in bright. Master 2, Master 1. So I'm on channel 2 right now. I have this beautiful foot switch. And let me see if I can switch the channels. Channel 1 doesn't have as much gain, but that's okay. If you pull the master, you get mid boost. So you have 2 channels, but there's also another feature where you can use both channels at the same time. So I'm trying that. All right, back to channel 2. If I pull the channel 2 master, you get into a sustain mode, which I guess is just another gain stage. It significantly drops the volume though, so I don't know if there's something wrong with that. I mean, these are old amplifiers. Usually there's something wrong, something you know, that just might not work. But I must say, just plugging it in like this is extremely quiet for a rig like this. The other RG100 I have is a little bit noisy, the same with the Century, but this one is perfectly fine, man. It sounds pretty good. Hello? Don't tell me that it f***ing broke. Let me switch the guitar. Fuck, man. I hope it's not the amplifier. Just saying. All right, so I was getting a little bit worried there because something happened. And I thought it was the amplifier that kind of died on me. But it seems like there was something in the guitar, actually. So let's put the other guitar there so it looks beautiful and all. But there's probably something wrong with the wiring. I have to get it to a tech. And that's what happens, man. That happens. This is real life. This happens, even in videos, okay? Dude, it's still very chuggy, and you know, I haven't even engaged any of the overdrives yet, so. Extremely chuggy. Okay, let's engage my favorite overdrive, the TS92 Screamer from Ibanez. What? Isn't that nice? Let's pull down the gain a little bit. That is truly chugging right there. Okay, let's try the Apex preamp with this, which is actually a distortion pedal. You have bass, middle, and treble, but if you turn down the gain and just let it help a little bit, look at this. The gain is almost at like 8 o'clock, and volume, so it's basically working as a boost, you know? Also, the Apex preamp has a built-in gate as well, so which is a nice little extra feature. It feels a little wrong playing a guitar that's not a Dimebag guitar at this moment right here. So I'm gonna go and unpack a Dimebag guitar that's okay? I don't know, it just feels like you're cheating when you're playing a Dimebag rig and you're not playing a Dimebag guitar. Alright, so I brought out my real Southern Cross, the US made one, because apparently the Cross needs a little checkup, let's just say that. But here we go. Let's try it again. Great. Oh yeah, just because I can, I'm gonna engage both overdrives at the same time, see what happens. So the Jaguar speakers are actually very pleasant to listen to. However, when I stand and play here, it seems that the speakers are not in phase in the cabinet. So I have to take a look at that. Otherwise, I think it sounds absolutely incredible. So there you go. That's the Randall RGT100 for you right there. I had to switch guitars, I'm sorry for that, but basically these two guitars are the same specs-wise. It has the Simranken Dimebag and a 59 in the bridge. It's just that one needs a fix of wiring, maybe a little bit of soldering. Other than that, man, I'm incredibly happy about this setup. It sounds kick-ass, and it's just nice to play through a Randall old solid-state amplifier from the 80s that doesn't have any noise in it, because all of my other ones have noise in them. But this one sounds incredibly clean. I don't know what it is, but I think with the tubes, it sounds like it's a little bit more controlled, the sound or the tone, compared to with the regular solid-state power amplifier. It seems, you know, there's some tube compression going on that's like real. It just makes everything. What am I doing with my hands? This. It's more like this. It's more of a package in your face. With the other solid-state ones, it's more all over the place a little bit, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that it feels a little bit more controlled with the tube power amplifier, in my opinion. So there you go. That's my little Ola testing shit for you. Hope you enjoyed that. Oh shit, I just knocked the Southern Cross in the wall. For the second fucking time. Great. Guys, thank you so much for being patient with me. I was struggling a little bit in this video. Hope you still enjoy the video, okay? Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.